Hello and welcome to CMS Forex News. I'm market analyst Nick Nassad. Today is Friday, October 16, 2009. The euro-dollar pair traded sideways in today's action, retesting both its resistance at 1.4965 from yesterday and its support around 1.4850. The euro had a strong rally in the first half of the week, which put the pair at a 14-month high. The choppy trading to end the week is a sign that traders were unwilling to keep pushing the pair up and were retracing part of the recent rally. The pound-dollar pair rose slightly higher today, moving above the 1.63 level, though trading was very choppy throughout most of the session. For the week, though, we have seen an almost 500 pip jump in the wake of comments that the Bank of England was set to pause its bond purchase campaign. The dollar-yen pair extended its gains from yesterday, reaching the 91.30 area, though it fell back down in New York trading as stocks in the U.S. fell to end the week. The pair retested yesterday's high as today's support near 90.70, managing to hold its gains from yesterday's sharp rally. The pair will now end the week at its highest level since late September. Turning to some U.S. fundamental news, industrial production rose 0.7% in September, a figure that was much higher than forecast and shows how the manufacturing sector in the U.S. is going to be at the forefront of the recovery at a time when other sectors like housing and consumer spending are still being pressured. With companies running down their inventories at a record pace earlier in the year, they will be placing new orders, and with the dollar lower, exports are expected to grow. In a counter to the good output report, U.S. consumer confidence took a step back in October. The UMich Consumer Sentiment Index fell to 69.4 in its mid-October release, following a 73.5 reading in September. The decline was led by a 6-point drop in future expectations and a jump in 12-month inflation expectations. On the commodity currencies front, the Aussie-US dollar pair moved higher today, reaching the 0.9270 area, but with stocks in Europe and the US down, the Aussie gave up some of its gains from its run-up earlier in the week. The pair pushed below yesterday's low, but recovered slightly from there. For the week, the pair has managed to push above last week's resistance near the 0.91 level, and it will be interesting to see if the rally in this pair will continue to extend or if there will be a bigger pullback than the one we saw today in next week's trading. The US dollar-Canadian dollar pair, after testing a 14-month low yesterday near 1.02, rallied for a second session, topping out at 1.0430. As we mentioned yesterday, the pair has slid sharply since October 2nd, declining nearly 750 pips. And with the Bank of Canada's interest rate meeting early next week, traders are probably being cautious before pushing the pair further down. Next week will feature several important releases to keep an eye on, in addition to the Bank of Canada announcement. Those include retail sales data from the UK and Canada, flash versions of Eurozone manufacturing and services PMI data, the German IFO Business Climate Index, UK GDP data for the third quarter, and US existing home sales. And that will wrap up our coverage of the Forex market for this week. Thank you for joining us here at CMSFX.com, and from all of us here at CMS Forex, have a great weekend.